This is Renner.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. So I know that we met a couple weeks ago at a previous meeting, and
Yes.
I kind of want to follow up with you on this NetSuite product that I have. Kind of go over some of the benefits that could help you out, and just kind of talk to you about your company, get to know more about your company, and take this process even further. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so is it okay if I take notes at this meeting?
Yes, definitely. Go ahead.
Sweet. So I kind of want to go over a couple different points today. I want to, ask you some questions to kind of get a better understanding of where, you and your company are at. Kind of get a better understanding of, your pain points and kind of how my product can help you out. And then kind of tell you about my product, NetSuite. And then finally, we can go over pricing so I can show you some capabilities of the actual product. So it's kind of the agenda that I want to get done today. And,
Great.
and then we'll go from there.
Perfect.
All right. So the first thing I wanted to ask you was, what are some of the things that you're looking for in like a CRM system that Excel isn't providing you now?
So I think in the CRM system, we're definitely looking for efficiency and easy to use so that everyone's not wasting their time trying to understand it, and just a central data system where everyone's information is recorded, whether it's dental supply practices or the customers or the region managers and whatnot.
Okay. And then also, I know you told me before that y'all use Excel. That's kind of like your, way that you input all your data, do all that. And Excel can be tough to use. For some of your employees, is it kind of hard for them to use it? Like, are they not tech savvy enough to use Excel?
Yes, I definitely think with Excel, it's a little tricky because there's a lot of tricks to doing everything you need to do, whether it's
Definitely.
calculations with inputting numeric data. It's definitely, you have to know what to use for the calculations, and there's a lot of things you need to know because not everybody in the past has taken courses that show them how to use Excel.
Yeah.
So a lot of the sales reps and our district managers have just kind of had to figure it out on their own, which takes a lot of time with Excel. And a lot of people that have actually learned Excel in the past, you forget a lot of it. So it definitely takes a lot of time, and they calculations are done wrong because they don't know exactly what they're doing at points, so they're not doing the right calculations for sales reports and the data that needs to be inputted. And so I'm having to go back and make sure that they're doing everything right and check their work, which is just taking a lot of time both for them and for me.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it takes a lot of time. So, kind of branching off that, how much time would you say that it takes to input all your data into Excel, like on a weekly basis?
So it's taking about 2 hours a week for our sales managers and about 10 hours a week for the reps. So that's a lot of time that is being put into this, and then I'm also having to put in time to fix the information, trying to get all the information together to give to our financial and account executives. So it's just kind of taking a huge toll on us as a company.
Yeah. So, the tools that y'all use now, why do you think the tools are not helping increase your sales?
So I think the tools aren't helping us increase our sales because there's a lot of time being put into it. So instead of using the time to be selling our product, we're spending a lot of time getting information together and getting all of our data and everything on the same page. And that time could be used out on the field at dental practices trying to sell our product. And so we're not putting in a lot of time into that, which is what we need to be doing instead of spending so much time trying to get everybody's information into our tracking system.
Yeah. So do you think your sales team could be more productive if they have like a more efficient system?
Definitely. I think instead of trying to input our sales reports and data and all that time that's being put into that, they could be out selling our new dental instruments to dental practices and using that time trying to learn how to more effectively sell that instead of using the time that's being wasted.
Yeah. So yeah, that sounds, that's a lot of information. That's gonna be very helpful for me. So I wanna give you a little background on NetSuite. So right now, we're, you know, spread out all across the country. A lot of companies use our product. Um, and just kind of like the general, benefits that I think could help you. Um, twice a year we update our system. So that means there's always going to be, new and improved um, hardware, all that good stuff. And one of the main things that we have in our system is that we constantly add user interfaces. And basically, through this, we'll have customizable like profiles for each and every one of your reps. So basically, I know like with Excel, there's always a lot of confusion when people go in there about seeing other people's data that they input and they kind of see what they don't need to see. They just need to focus on what they need to focus on. And sometimes they can get caught up in that because it is confusing. So like with NetSuite, it's kind of customizable. When a certain employee goes in there, they will only see. Sorry, I can't talk. They will only see their data, so they won't get confused with someone else's. And it's real time. They can update it wherever. And it's easy to add, very efficient, and it just saves a lot of time doing tedious work that you could spend doing other things out in the field and bringing in more money, which is the ultimate goal. So.
Definitely.
I definitely feel like these features that are in NetSuite can benefit you greatly. So I kind of want to talk about pricing a little bit, if that's okay.
Okay.
I know that's a huge part of kind of branching out and going a different path. Is you want to talk about pricing, how much it's going to be, how much your return on investment is going to be. So basically, NetSuite is $100 per month per rep. And I know that can sound like a lot at first, but really when you look at the overall return, you're going to be making more money than you do now.
Okay.
So I like looking at numbers, and I'm sure you do too.
Yes.
So it's $100 per month, right? So I did a little math. You got 80 reps, 8 managers, or no, yeah, 80
Yes,
reps
that's right.
and 8 managers, so 88 people overall. So that would be about $8,800 per month.
Okay.
So when we talk about return on investment, we have 80 reps, and when we talk about the pricing for those 80 reps, it can be like $8,000 per month. So when you think about it, each rep makes about $170,000 per year,
Correct.
and dividing that by 52 weeks, all the way down to basically the per hour rate, it's basically $55 per hour.
Okay.
So when you put this into numbers, you got $55 an hour for each rep. And they're wasting about 2 weeks or 2 hours, 2 weeks, 2 hours a week on inputting this data into Excel. Kind of like they could. It's just 2 hours that they could put somewhere else that would be a lot more beneficial. So
Correct.
you times the 55 times 2, it's $110 a week per rep. So overall, $110 times 80 reps is about $8,800 per week.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And then going on to sales managers, you could say, hey, they make about $180,000 per year, a little more. And kind of getting this down to the per hour rate again, like the reps, that's about $58 an hour. Times 10, that 10 hours that's wasted by putting in that input or inputting that data, that's about $4,640 a week per manager. Times that by 8 managers, I'm sorry, I just got really confused with my number. That was about $580 per manager per week, and overall that's about $4,640 overall for all the managers. So adding this together, this is about $13,440 per week that is being wasted putting this input into Excel. That's could be used somewhere else that'd be a lot more beneficial.
Wow, that's a lot of money that we're losing right there.
Yeah, and overall per month, because I know NetSuite is $8,000 per month. Per month, money that I calculated that you're losing is $52,760 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a huge amount that you could be redirecting somewhere else to make your company a lot more productive.
Sounds like it, definitely.
So yeah, that's kind of what I calculated, kind of like what I researched before I came in here. So the upfront cost for NetSuite might be a little intimidating. It might be a lot, but when you look at the overall return on investment, it's a huge difference and something that you can really benefit from in the long run from purchasing our product.
Okay, now my concern is that in the past we've had CRM packages and the reps really disliked using them because they weren't a fan of the effort and time it was taking to, enter the data in there, and they were like, we're better off just using Excel. What does NetSuite have to offer that's not like the other CRM packages that would it be taking that much time and effort for them, because they really disliked the time and effort they were putting in with other CRM packages and they found it very difficult to use?
Sure, yeah. With NetSuite, it's a lot easier to use. We have a lot of people, from NetSuite that are not the most tech savvy, and they have a pretty. It's pretty easy for them to get accustomed to the program, and I feel like maybe at first it might be a little difficult just because it's a new system. Anyone trying to get used to a new system is going to have trouble figuring it out, but after a couple weeks, after a little bit of training, it's really easy. It's really easy to use. Inputting data is going to be a lot quicker, and we'll have people there helping them out. I'll be there personally helping them out to get used to the system, just to be able to increase their efficiency, increase their productivity. I'm sure after the long run, when they see their productivity going up, they'll be more they'll be used to it. They'll be more accepting of a new system, a new CRM system. So that's where I feel like NetSuite kind of differentiates themselves from competitors. That it's just a very simple system. It's very easy to use.
Okay.
So and it really cuts down on tedious work. It just gets rid of that, and you can put your time somewhere else that would be a lot more beneficial.
Okay, well that's very important to us, and especially you and your team being able to come in and help us learn the system so that we're not putting in ourselves time trying to learn the system.
Yeah.
So that's definitely important. That's good to know.
Yeah, well, and literally at the ring of a button, we'll be there.
Okay,
So
great.
you just call us whenever, and we'll be there helping out. Giving advice, giving lessons for the system, just helping out any way that we can. So.
Okay, perfect.
So if you don't mind, I could give you a little demonstration of the actual NetSuite, the actual product right now.
Yeah, sure.
You want to check it out?
Alright.
So I can just turn my computer this way, I guess.
Perfect.
So yeah, you log in and you can kind of see the home page, all the tabs at the top. But the thing that I think will help you out the most is if you go to the activity section.
Okay.
You can kind of click on that. You can go to sales reports from here. Check out the sales report. And then if you go here, you can actually see where you can input all your sales data, for each rep. So.
And everybody has access to the same information.
Yeah, but when you come in, you'll have your own kind of personalized home screen.
Okay.
That has your information on it, kind of all the things that you need to see, where you can access other information, but at first you only see your information. So that's one of the benefits that comes with NetSuite.
Okay, now in the customer tab over there, is that where we can record all the customer data and information? And
Yeah.
everybody can do that?
Yeah, anyone can edit that. Anyone can go in there and input data.
Okay, this is great.
Yeah, you have overall kind of broad sections where everyone can input data, and then you can have your own personalized section. So
Okay.
it's very helpful. So yeah, I think those would probably be the most beneficial to you. You know, at another time we can go over even more of NetSuite and kind of dig into it a little more. But if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind, you know, scheduling another meeting with you to kind of talk more about it, kind of advance, you know, this sale a little more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'll just have to discuss with the reps, but I think they'd be on board with it, but I just need a few days to discuss with them, so we can meet next week if you'd like.
okay, yeah, and if you don't mind, I like getting signatures down, just to, you know, put it in writing. Then
What day
we'll meet
next week?
It's Tuesday at work?
Tuesday works in the afternoon for me.
Okay, cool.
Alright, here you go.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Runer.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.